Today I wanted to give a quick update about my battery and my inverter upgrade that I just did. If you haven't seen those videos, click that button right there. That'll take you to see whether I chose the Battleborns, if I chose the Lithionics. I'm not going to tell you, you're going to have to go watch that video. Just kidding, I chose the Lithionics. Anyway, so I got a 315 amp hour Lithionics lithium battery, and at the same time I went ahead and upgraded to a 3000 watt Xantrex inverter. Why did I do that? Well, I wanted to run my air conditioning on my new 315 amp hour battery. I still plan to do that test. Right after I got all of this installed, we had the Texas ice apocalypse. Literally, so after I got it all installed and ready to go, I had to run it back to National Indoor RV Center where they store inside. So that my coach would be protected. It's not winterized, and so it was safe and snug inside NIRVC during those 4 or 5 days that, Texas thought the world was ending. But now it's over, so I got it back out, and the one thing that I realized when I did the inverter install is I wasn't sure if the tech that installed the inverter had set it to lithium setting, and so that it would charge at the right rates. So I called Vaught RV where I had it all done. Now remember, I had them install the battery and the inverter at the same time that I had a couple of recall issues with the leisure travel van taken care of. I wanted them to do it. A lot of people do it themselves, but I let the professionals do it. So I called them back and I asked if they put it on the lithium setting. I didn't want to plug it in and risk harming the battery. I don't know if that it would. It's got a really good BMS, so it probably would have protected it, but I didn't want to test it. And so the entire time it was at NIRVC during the ice apocalypse, it was unplugged because they normally keep it plugged in, but I asked them to keep it unplugged, and so that it was safe and sound. So I got it back. I tried to do it myself. I tried to make sure that the inverter was on the lithium profile. Go up to my to the remote that is for the inverter here in the leisure travel van, and guess what? They don't talk to each other. So the inverter that came with my leisure travel van was a 2000 watt XC Xantrex. So I got the XC Pro 3000 watt inverter. And that remote that came with this, I mean, it'll turn it on, it'll do those things, but you can't get into the settings or anything like that. So then I tried, okay, well, let me go down to the actual unit, which is directly underneath me right here, and you access that by a storage bay. But guess what? They put it in a place where you cannot see that panel. You can press the buttons, you can turn it on, and you can hit buttons, but you cannot see the display. I even got a mirror, I tried that, and nothing would work. So I finally figured out that I just needed to upgrade my Xantrex remote. So I jumped on Amazon and I ordered the Bluetooth XC remote, plugged it in, super simple. So I'm just going to tell you this: if you change out your inverter, or even if you don't, this little Bluetooth inverter, it allows you to operate the whole thing on your phone, to change your settings super easy. To change the settings on the actual remote or on the unit itself, you have to go through a series of button presses, through menus. Very difficult. Then, I mean, if you've ever done it, you'll know how frustrating that is. But anyway, so that's the deal. So if you get the new inverter, the 3000 watt XC Pro, you are going to want to go ahead and upgrade that remote as well. It's not expensive. It was $84, and super easy change out. I mean, it was incredibly easy. Now, the one thing that you must know, and if you already own a leisure travel van, you probably already know this, but if you don't, you've got one ordered, or you're waiting on one, or you want one, know this: every screw in this LTV is a Robertson screw. What is that? That is a square head screwdriver. Phillips or flatheads won't work, so you want to make sure you get those. So I'll put a link to some down below. I'll also put a link to the Xantrex remote that you can get on Amazon. I bought it on Amazon. Like I said, $84. Super simple, easiest switch out that you can think of. It's just a phone cord, plugging it in, super simple. So I still have the air conditioning test I'm going to run. It's been weird weather here in Texas. Like I said, we just had that ice apocalypse. Had a couple of nice days, but it's been thunderstorming here recently. It's thunderstorming right now. You can probably tell outside the window there. And I'm nowhere fun. I'm actually in the parking lot of my office building, so I'm definitely not out enjoying RVing life at all. But I wanted to shoot this video in the actual LTV. So with that being said, if you're not subscribed already, do so you can see the air conditioning run test, as well as I just give my daily thoughts now that the weather's warming up and we're going to be heading out on some adventures soon in our leisure travel van. I'll give you updates on how the Lithionics is doing. I can tell you this, it is a beast of a battery. I'm running it right now. I've got lights on, I had the TV on just a moment ago, and I mean the readout said I had like 4 or 5 days of battery life just with having all the lights on, TV on. Obviously not the air conditioning or anything like that, but I mean, this battery is a beast. I absolutely love it. I'm super happy with it. But anyway, that's all for now. Just a quick update. Like I said, be sure to subscribe. Put in the comments down below if you've got some thoughts on videos you'd like to see for leisure travel vans. I know there's a lot of you out there with orders. I know there's a lot of you contemplating a leisure travel van. If you've got questions, put them in the comment down below and I'll try to answer them there, or I will also try to make a video if it's something compelling that maybe the community wants to see. But anyway, we will see you next time.